How we doing, guys? And it's finished. Arsenal nil, PSG 1. And I just got back from the game. It's a really weird one to digest and try and break down. And it seems weird saying this, but I don't think we deserve to lose the game. We could have won the game, but at the same time, we could have lost the game 2 or 3-0. It's really weird when you try to break it down in that way because it doesn't make sense. Opening 20 minutes, PSG were all over us. And I don't know what happened to us. We got it wrong tactically. We just looked a mile off it. We looked nervous. Accumulation of a few things. They score the early goal, and that always flattens things. But then we got a real grip of the game, and there were some really good moments. I'm not going to sit here and blame the referee for losing the game, but I am going to sit here and say that that was one of the most abysmal refereeing performances I have ever seen. It was terrible. There was an incident right in front of me, which was given by the linesman, where Saka has not touched Mendes and he's through on goal and he's given the foul. There was multiple other incidents and people will go, well, should they have had a penalty with Timber and everything? Well, shouldn't Hakimi had a second yellow card late in the second half when he brought down Martinelli? That's a yellow card. So why is that not his second yellow card? I just felt that the referee was terrible. Just before half time, Martinelli, massive chance. And that's the difference between a good player and a world-class player, because a world-class player may get that one chance in a game, big game like a Champions League semi-final, and he bends that into the top corner, goal, all day. But how many times do we see Martinelli at that angle? Probably reference it to being Thierry Henry, that kind of angle, and you remember the way he used to finish. And at no point do you ever feel confident when Martinelli's in that position and that he's going to score. You just don't feel confident. Start of the second half, we got what we felt was the perfect, response, scoring. It took an absolute eternity to decide it was offside. And I'm like, they've got the semi-automated technology, and why has it taken 3 minutes? I actually thought they were looking for a foul. And when you're in the stadium, you don't know what the hell is going on. And then we had a big chance with Trossard. But again, he makes it, in a sense that, Donnarumma can make the save, and a top forward puts the ball in the back of the net. And then the final 10 minutes or so, we looked a bit flat and a bit tired and a bit, do we stick or twist? Do we go for the equaliser, or do we just make sure it stays 1-0 at a minimum and then it's still all to play for in Paris? And now see Declan Rice at one point saying to Raya, calm down, stop. You lot are giving them opportunities here. Stop, calm down. That's a real leader, a real captain. Because Martin Odegaard's performance tonight was terrible. Terrible performance. We missed Thomas Partey so badly tonight. So badly. And it makes me so pissed that he missed this game for such a stupid yellow card. And I think things are very different if he played that game tonight. I genuinely do. Declan Rice was immense tonight, but he was trying to do about two jobs, 2 to 3 jobs. Playing as a 6 and an 8 and a 10, and he was all over the place. Moreno, good. Lewis Skelly, good. Saka in the first half was causing all kinds of problems. And PSG, doubled up on him, looked to nullify him. And he wasn't that much of a threat in the second half. Had a couple of little moments here and there, but not as good as the first. And then, yeah, like I said, PSG had a couple of moments. Barcola went through. So lucky he missed that. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. Dembele has to go off with what looks like a hamstring injury, so we don't know what's going to be, the situation with him next week. Thomas Partey also returns, we know that. It's a gutter, man. But, at the same time, like I said, it's not over. If it was a couple of goals, then yeah. But it's not. Anything can happen in Paris. Score first as well, and then you instantly wipe out the first leg. Like it's not happened. More than capable of getting a result in Paris. More than capable. But we're going to need a monstrous performance to do that and to nullify PSG. And, bar the first 20 minutes when I said we got caught cold, and the final 10 minutes where we didn't know whether to stick or twist, I think we nullified them really well. And I don't remember some big chances that they had, a couple of little moments, but, it wasn't like the game I watched against Liverpool where you're just sitting there going, how on earth have they not scored 5 or 6? But again, in that game, Liverpool ended up winning that one. So, listen, it's not over, but we've got a big job on our hands. Big job. But, yeah, like I said, I don't know how to feel about that one tonight. Could have drew, could have won, could have lost one more. What more do you want me to say? So, there we go. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.